What's up and welcome to today's video. So right now is Sunday afternoon, just finished up with the pile of work, so I'm about to go for a drive, and as I'm doing that, once I've got to Costa, I will then start to answer some questions. So it's going to be good. Stay tuned. Let's get straight into today's video.
I know it's gonna hurt, but you're worth fighting for.
What's going on and welcome to today's video. So I thought I'd do something different today and do a Q&A. So I mentioned about it yesterday on my Instagram story. You probably have seen it if you follow me. You may have even sent me some questions, so I appreciate you for that. So we've got a lot of different questions today. So I've got around about, I reckon, more than 100. So obviously I'm not going to be able to touch on every single question, but I'm going to go through and just see how many I can rapid fire along the way. So it'll be good. Some will be very simple, some will obviously be a lot more detailed, so we're going to get into that as well. So we are drinking coffee. It's Sunday afternoon right now and we've got the questions loaded. Let's get into this. So the first one, this person actually sent me some voice messages because it was too much to kind of put into a Q&A box, but basically her situation within a trading journey was basically she felt like she was being boxed in within a community or course, I won't say what, but she felt like she wanted to tap into more knowledge, but she wasn't sure if that was right for her. So what I basically said is that you're gonna have a gut feeling of whether you want to stay or whether you want to go. I feel like where she was at within trading journey was where I was at 6 months ago, in the respect that I felt like I was in a box. So that box was really helpful to begin with in terms of knowledge that I acquired. But over time, as you begin to grow and as you expand your knowledge base, you kind of want to tap into more knowledge because you understand that that box that you're in may only equate to 20 or 30% of the potential knowledge that you want to be tapping into. So it's just understanding that. And I think the main thing that I got across is that no matter your decision, whether you stay or whether you go, don't let anyone else apart from yourself make you feel guilty for that. You know your right decision. You're going to make the right decision, whether it's you're literally going to make the right decision, because why would you not? So if someone makes you feel guilty for staying or leaving, then you kind of know what their true character is, because no matter what you decide, they should support you either way if they're true friends. So just bear that in mind, and hopefully that helps in your situation as well. Next one, send a hug from Brazil. I got you, thank you for that. How do you stay focused on your targets? Great question. So literally just break it down as much as you can. What I personally do is set 5-year plans. I don't go above 5-year plans. I have visions in mind, but things change within 5 years. A lot of things change. So where I'm at right now and where I want to be in 5 years, so many different things could change. When I first started out, I had a 10-year plan, and a lot of the things are still intact for that 10-year plan, but so many things change along the way. So anything else more than 5 years, I don't really personally touch right now. But what I personally do is have a 5-year plan, 3-year plan, 1-year plan, 6 months, quarters, and then go down into daily goals each and every day. So hopefully that helps. Pretty simple. So, that's an R-rated question, so I'm not going to answer that on YouTube. I don't think that's suitable. But the next one is random, but what is the brand for your black joggers? So these are Santarel. So this is my brother's brand, really, really good quality, and I just love them. Pretty much wear them every single day. So they're good, check them out. And let's have a look. So what's the next plan? I like to keep my plans ahead of time private now. I used to, share about what I want to do in the future and stuff, and I still will do that. But I'd rather smash out my goals in private, clap for myself and then share that later. So I'm going to be private about what I want to do next, but I've got a lot of plans for 2021. It's going to be a huge year, but right now I've just got plans to stay silent until the time is right, and then when the time is right, I'll come out and speak out about, my journey over the past 6 to 8 months, what's happened, what's changed, where I'm at right now, my trading style, etc, etc, etc. So that'll be good. So next question is a really good question actually. It's, how do you consider trading as a business and not a project for your future when you're not consistent yet? It's a good question, and I don't think you can truly treat it like a business until you are, or you put things in place. But just put as many things as possible in place for it to be a business. For example, set up, it's not going to be something that you do straight away, but set up a limited company or a sole trader, or just put things in place so that you actually, instead of pretending that it's a business, set it up as a business, you know? Makes the most obvious sense. But prior to that, if you're not ready and you're learning right now, just put all the processes, the routines, all that kind of stuff in place. For example, ASR, journaling, you know, reviewing every single trade, whether it be a win or a loss, your preparation prior to getting involved in trades, your testing results, your data collection with those testing results, and just narrowing your trading style to knowing and have the confidence that you have an edge within the market. And then that's basically your business plan to then take that forward. All a trading plan is a business plan, you know? As long as you've got it set out right and you've got the detail in place, then it's just literally a business plan. So hopefully that helps. And yeah, just treat it like a business as best as you can in whatever situation that you are currently in right now. So let's have a look. Falcon student, I'm not anymore, man. I used to be, learned a lot, but I'm not anymore. Let's have a look. How many years should it take to be profitable? It completely depends, man. I mean, the way I look at it right now is that I feel like there seems to be a common pattern within business, within trading, where people seem to kick into that real development in terms of their skill around, I'd say really around the 10-year mark, in terms of like, you know, mastering their craft, being a master, because, you know, 10,000 hours, 10 years, whatever it takes, as long as you get to that level, that's the key. But I think around the 3 to 4 year mark, I feel like that's when you've got a solid foundation to take things forward from that. You know, we got people on Instagram and people flexing, trying to become a trader and trying to become a business person in 3 months, 3 weeks. It ain't going to be like that. There's going to be, especially in lockdown, especially in this whole economy in 2020, people are just flexing this get rich quick. You know, there's different names for it, but you just see it. It just doesn't happen that way, guys. It just doesn't happen that way. You know, I can say this from experience because I'm still going through the journey right now, still got a lot to learn, but not one part of my journey so far has been easy. You know, you expect things to go one way and then things go sideways and then you literally get punched in the face. So you need to figure out how to adapt and figure out what you're going to do with that. So there's been times where I thought I was consistent in the past. You know, there's times in 2018 where I was like, cool, I feel like I'm breaking through right now. And then boom, something hits you in the face. You take a negative month here and there, or, you know, you realize that, nah, I need to do this, or I need to go down more knowledge routes. There's so many equations and so many questions along the way. So you just have to trust that it will play out in the long term. You just have to do everything in the micro to get to that macro result longer term. So what's your weight and height? Mind sharing your workout? So I'm not exactly sure what my weight is. My height is 6'1", so I'm 6'1". I think my weight, I'm around, last time I checked I was around 12.5 stone. Probably a little bit more than that right now, but yeah, 12.5 stone. Might be a bit less actually, because I've not been doing the gym in lockdown, which has been about 2 weeks, so I've lost a little bit, but yeah, 12.5 stone. And then workout wise, literally just push, pull legs. Recently I've just been doing cardio, a lot of skipping and just home workouts, because obviously we're at home right now and the gyms are shut, but when they reopen I'll be trying to put on a little bit more size. And just, yeah, the gym for me is just staying fit and healthy and keeping my mind in check. It's just therapy for me, so I love the gym. So yeah. What relevant aspects do you consider before taking a trade? Does this fit my trading plan? If so, you take it. If not, no, you don't take it. And why am I looking at it in the first place? I'd say that's probably the main one. There's probably a few things that I'm forgetting about, but I'd say the main thing should be, does this fit my trading plan? If not, don't take it. If so, take the trade. Pretty simple. FXCM was a really good broker. Yeah, it was really good. I used FXCM for a year and a half. It was good, no problems at all, nothing to complain about. It was decent. Are you still with Falcon? No, I left back at the end of May. If you go back to my old videos, I talk about this a lot. I left back in May, learned a lot of knowledge, and it just come to an end in terms of how much I felt I could progress within that box that I was in. It was really beneficial to start with, learned a lot, networked with a lot of great people, and taken a lot of that away into my trading right now and into my life right now. But I was at a stage within my trading in my life where I needed to seek other knowledge outside that box, which I did. So grateful for that. Pre-COVID, regarding the gym, is cardio or weights are important to you, or both? both, mainly weights, but I would always warm up with cardio on the machines. And I think when I get back, I'll be doing more cardio anyway, more skipping. I love skipping, man, it's good. How do you get connected with other traders? Very, very simple. You just need to think outside the box. You've got Instagram, you've got social media, you've got YouTube. Start following other traders, start reaching out to them, ask them questions. You've also got communities, courses, people in that community courses. You can just simply reach out to them and see what they think about certain things. And that's pretty much what you do. When I first started, it was literally Instagram, connecting with people, finding out that, oh, he's based in Manchester as well, or he's based in London. Cool, let's meet up, let's catch up. Let's talk about trading and just progress together. And some of those people from the start of my journey are still friends now. So you just have to try, you just have to reach out and just connect with people. Let's have a look. Do you have investments in other areas like stocks, bonds? A little bit. I've got investments in crypto, a few stocks as well. I'll be getting more into that in the future as well. But for right now, just building that foundation, and then I'll just look to, my goal is to sit cash heavy, and then once I'm at that stage, I'll then look in terms of other investments and then diversify the portfolio over time. Damn, that sun is shining, bro. Glow. Let's have a look. Did you have any plan B? No. I think I played with the idea of a plan B, but no, you just have to go all in on your vision, I think. I think this comes back to like college and stuff. I was doing accountancy and I was doing photography, and you know, I felt the pressure to go down this path, not Forex related, I mean in terms of like the corporate route, but that was essentially my plan B, but I dropped out. So like I just went all in on plan A, and I think when you have that self-belief in yourself that things will play out, you just have to do what you have to do. So I did that, but yeah, I don't really believe in a plan B. So as long as this is not just airy fairy talk, if you can back it up with work and results, then there's no need to have a plan B. If you can't and you're lazy and you can't back it up, of course have a plan B. Best mentor ever? There is no best mentor ever. That's the same thing as being like, what's the best strategy? There is no best strategy. It's just what's relevant to you, and then just tap into each knowledge, because each mentor is going to have a certain amount of knowledge that you can take forward into your own trading. So someone could have knowledge on institutional stuff, someone could have knowledge on patterns and structures, someone could have relevant knowledge on support resistance, retail trading, whatever it is. You can tap into all aspects from different mentors. So yeah, there is no best mentor in my opinion. How to backtest and forecast more efficiently? I think I'll do something on backtesting in the future, I think, because I've recently dug into more so forward testing, which is getting the results via backtesting and then really just playing it live, getting a simulator. I've started using Soft4 FX, I think it's called, simulator. And with that, you can actually take the trades live, see the profit and loss, see how you feel. It's the closest I've been so far to trading live. So that's been really helpful. So I share that in the future. But for right now, I think just get things as efficient as you can. Keep your backtesting as forecast. Keep your backtesting as close as you can to live trading as possible. So next question. So this is a question I get a lot actually. Do traders pay taxes through self-assessment when going full-time? So I can't really speak on that. I'm not qualified to give advice on tax or anything like that. But the best thing that I would say based on experience is just reach out to an accountant. Reach out to accountants. You're not always going to find one that has the best knowledge trading related. That's what I found. I was constantly looking for a while, but eventually you're going to find someone that knows information on trading. So just tap into a few different accountants, see what they know about trading, and then when you feel ready, go down that route, set up with an accountant, pay them monthly for just to take care of stuff. I think that's just the best way forward. At the end of the day, you'd rather build a strong foundation than a foundation on quicksand. I look back into myself in the past and I'm like, I just wish I'd get everything set up, quicker. So if you get everything set up quicker, you've built a strong foundation and you can just scale that, however you want to. So reach out to that and then see what they say as well. So someone reached out and just put, yeah. Nice one, mate. Cheers for being specific. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I can't be too specific. I want to keep things in private, like I said before. I would just say doing well, have a balanced portfolio, have different avenues, businesses running alongside trading, and just be in a good situation trading wise, and just being able to take care of my family, my friends. you know, just having different areas of my life set up. That's where I see. There's a lot of projects, there's a lot of things that I want to do. You know, I have different business ideas, different charities in mind, just different things I want to do in the future. Not only just to help myself and my family, but just to give back to other people as well. But that will come in time. You know, I'm not ready for some of those right now, so it will come in time once I have the capital to do that. But prior to that, it's just about developing that capital and putting a good foundation in place prior to that as well. So that'll be good. But yeah, I do see myself like, you know, there's so many different things I want to do. I want to tap into the different other countries, and charity wise, I want to build a charity, a couple of different charities, and just give back. So that'll be something that happens in the future that I've been thinking a lot about recently. But you know, that doesn't come overnight. It takes time to get to that level. So that'll be something in the future. What was the paradigm shift that made you start trading in the first place? Great question. I think it was just a realization from being a teenager that we are in the Matrix. You know, as cliche as that sounds, it's so true. If you haven't watched the Matrix movie, go back and watch that. You know, there's so many things in that movie that are just relevant to everyday society, more so that are visible in 2020 right now. And you know, the whole world is just a corporate rat race, people doing the same thing day in, day out. You know, I think it was Einstein that said if you do the same thing over and over again, you know, it's just insanity. I don't fully disagree with the corporate route, because if that's right for you, perfect. If you enjoy the job, if you enjoy this, good. Go all in on you. But I'm saying for the people that don't know this information and think that a job or the corporate route is their only option, there's so much more, man. There's so much more. So you just have to tap into that knowledge and realize that we are so powerful. You know, we're meant to believe over time by society and the people at the top that we're not powerful and we can't do all these different things. But guys, we're so powerful. We have more energy and more stuff within inside of us to do whatever we want in life, to create the life of our dreams. It sounds cliche, but we can. Trust me, we can. So it sounds cliche, but it's so true. How has lockdown affected you? I'm blessed in the situation that in the respect that it hasn't affected me too much, but I have a lot of empathy for the people that it has affected, especially directly with jobs, businesses, small businesses going, you know, bankrupt and having to sell out and stuff like that. It's not been the easiest time in 2020 for a lot of people, and I have a lot of empathy for those people. And you know, I don't agree with the whole lockdown thing to start with. I think the first one was, you know, borderline. I didn't agree with that anyway, and then the second one is just crazy, but I kind of know what's going on behind the scenes, so it makes sense why they're putting things in place to accomplish that agenda. But at the same time, it's crazy. It shouldn't be happening. So I have utmost empathy for the people that are fighting back and, you know, are doing everything for the businesses to survive. So hopefully the back end of 2020 and 2021 has more in store for you if it has affected you. And you know, you can always reach out, and just if you're going through anything, just feel free to reach out to me. And you know, just someone to talk to sometimes is the best thing. So yeah, don't be afraid of reaching out. Let's have a look. How do you deal with distractions and procrastination? I think a lot of distractions comes from, there's so many, man. There's so many. I think 2020 and the whole media outlet right now is one big distraction. You know, if, for example, if you're watching the news and you're paying attention to news updates and, oh, this has happened today and this has happened, that's a distraction itself. Just cut the distractions out of your mind, out of your life. Social media is a distraction, which is why I've been a lot less active on Instagram recently, and over the past 6 months, that's a distraction. You know, there's so many distractions and people and things that want to, you know, just drain your energy in 2020. Protect your energy, man. Protect your energy. You know, use the energy on yourself to better yourself and your life and for the people around you. Don't drain or waste your energy. That is your precious energy that you need to keep intact and in a higher state of consciousness for the rest of 2020 and 2021. So hopefully that helps. Let's do a couple more. You planning on getting a supercar soon? Nah, I want to. It's tempting, but I'm not in a situation right now to get one. I think, you know, I'm not going to rush into it. Let's put it that way. You don't want to. I've seen people in the past where you rush into it, and then a couple of months down the line, they're struggling to pay for it and just things like that. I don't want to be in that situation. I'd rather develop a good foundation and then get one. But yeah, when it's on the cards, it's on the cards. I'll probably keep it quite private until I get it. But I already know the spec, I already know the details, and I already know how it's going to feel, and I already know my feelings and places I want to drive to when I get the car. Like, I've already planned this stuff out in the back of my mind. So when it comes, it'll be well worth it, and it'll be well worth the wait. I just know that it will come when it's ready. So yeah. How much did you start with? £2,000. Another one. When will you get the Audi? Be deadly to see you and your bro with the same cars. Yeah, mate. It'll be sick. So I've had that vision in mind for a while. It's going to happen. It just takes time to get to that level, but we'll do that. When you're moving to London, I'm not moving to London, mate. Prior to this year, I was thinking about moving to Manchester, but with everything that's gone on this year, it's kind of made me realize that I don't want to be based in a town. I'd rather have access to the country, let's put it that way. So yeah, you're a big inspiration. Seeing you gradually turning your vision to reality is inspiring. Thank you. Appreciate it, bro. Let's do a couple more. So there's a couple more good questions. So how did you handle the noise from family and friends when you left accounting to pursue Forex? Once again, you have to trust your intuition. You have to trust that the route you're going down is the right thing for you. I knew, and I could see my future prediction of the future in the back of my mind, knowing that it's going to play out, and I still have that vision in mind. So you just have to trust yourself. You have to ignore the noise. And I don't really have a full answer for this, but you just have to go within. You just have to focus on yourself, and they're always gonna, friends and family, or they want to protect you. They have, a lot of the time they have their best intentions at heart, but they do it to protect you, and sometimes that safe mentality creeps in. So you just have to be aware of where they're coming from. A lot of the times it's in good intentions, let's put it that way. So you just have to guide them and just tell them that what I'm doing is right, and just they will see it over time. The more you get into it, the more you treat it seriously, the more work you put in, they'll start to respect that, just like anyone else. And then you kind of just develop from there. It's a loophole. And then now friends and family don't even really question it. I still have I'd say outsiders family that still really don't have a clue what I do, and I'm fine with that. I was having a joke with someone on Instagram the other day in terms of if it's not worth the conversation of explaining what I do, because you go into the whole currency stuff, I just rather say I just do stocks and shares. Just leave it at that, because 2 days down the line they're going to come back and say, oh, you did that stocks and shares thing, right? So I think we've all had that. I had that to this day. So I just literally say 90% of the time stocks and shares. It's just simple. One more. Let's do one more. Biggest aha moment in your trading career? It's difficult. I think there's been so many to count for. There's been so many that I can't. There's so many, man. But I say the most recent one prior to this 6-month period would be just realizing that I need to go on my own and just do my own thing. And I'm not saying that in the respect that everyone needs to do that, but just having the freedom to be able to decide what I want and what I don't want within my trading style, within my trading toolkit. Because I've currently just built my own kind of strategy based on the stuff I built over the past three and a half years. So stuff from Falcon, stuff from what I've learned since then, and just piecing it all together and just making one big toolkit that I know I can sustain. And the key thing for this, sorry, I just got a message. The key thing for this is I now understand that I don't want 1,000 people trading the same way that I do. I would rather no one know how I trade. Why? Because if you've got, let's put it this way, I think I said this in the previous video, if you've got 5,000 orders or 1,000 orders in the exact same place, exact same stop loss, it's going to be very easy for the tier 3 bankers, the people behind the scenes working in those corporate backgrounds, to be able to manipulate that knowledge and use that to their advantage. So I would much rather personally keep my trading style to myself, trade it, give back in terms of inspiration and guidance, but not tell people exactly how I trade, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think a lot of people are very, very quick to do courses and stuff as soon as they built a strategy. I'm not going to be doing that. I want to keep how I trade private. Of course, I'm going to be giving back in other ways and stuff like that, but as far as my trading style, I just keep it private. So if I had to sum up my trading style right now, I would basically say that it is a predominantly continuation based style that taps into the understanding of what retail traders do and using that to my advantage to capitalize on the moves, buy things like liquidity, buy things like certain areas on the price chart that price will likely pull back to in order before then moving to the upside or to the downside or in a desired direction of that continuation pattern. So it's yeah, without sending too much, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So it's just a combination of everything I've learned into one, and it's my unique style that I've developed and the satisfaction with that. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here because it's getting a bit later on now, and I'm gonna go back and do some other things, but hopefully you've enjoyed the Q&A. It's a little bit different, but cheers for the questions, and I'll do one on IG at some point soon as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and drop any questions, comments down below. And yeah, speak to you all soon. Have a good week ahead. See you soon.